Okay, Awakener, page 106. Some workshops these days offer assistance to open up to channeling. Discrimination is really needed in this area. You will usually find that abilities such as accessing energy, becoming multidimensional, accessing the Akashic records, becoming clairaudient, or tuning into the higher levels of truth come at the right time. You will find that if you need a particular ability, it is presented to you by Spirit, and it may be that a particular workshop, technique, or book is being presented by Spirit and gives you a feeling of excitement and rightness. This may be showing you the way you have chosen to gain this ability. Ensure it is Spirit that is presenting the excitement and not the ego. And how do you do this? Well, trust your highest excitement. Is there a story with it? Does it feel good? Are you trying to impress someone? Are you, if I do this, then I'll be perceived as this. If I blah, blah, blah. True excitement is, it just comes rushing at you. You're like, oh my God, that feels so good. And that's it. And you don't think about it and you don't put a story to it. Okay, and taking part in any workshop or technique that opens you up to being in telepathic or any other contact with discarnate beings, realize that it is your responsibility to ensure that the being does indeed work for the light. You may also wish to establish they are of the highest level you are able to contact. Understand that you have free will and choice in everything, including which beings you choose to invite into your space. No guide, angel, or master has the right to override your choice. Therefore, you should not expect that your errors in discernment will be corrected. It would be wise not to assume what you are being told is necessarily correct. The person leading the workshop may have the very best of intentions, but have little understanding of universal law and have not checked their own source of communication. Even if they have the whole area in perfect light, the responsibility is still yours concerning any procedure you undertake. You are a master. When you fail to act as a master, trusting your inner knowing, it is very easy to decide that others must know what you are doing and blindly follow them. Surrender yourself to highest divine order. Proceed this by calling in your I Am presence. Use discernment and the universal challenge. You can receive a wonderful communication from high-level beings. If you feel that you may have allowed someone in your space that you no longer want there, you can remove them. First, you need to be operating as spirit and not caught up in thought or emotion. Then order them out. In the name of God, never to return, 3 times. You may need to officially break any agreements you have made with them, either recent or in the past. There is no need to fear. You are in complete control of your life. No one can exert any control over your life without you choosing it. Protection, page 107. In general, providing you are focused in and on the light, you are usually protected. However, if you are not totally free of negative thought and pattern, there is a possibility of attracting some interference. And remember, now we're in New Earth energy. We went through the veil. You cannot go lower frequency. It's like when you hit one level, you can never go back now. So, like, you know, you're shooting for level 2. You've been at 1 a long time. You come to 2. You can never go back down, and no negative energy can drag you there. That's old Earth energy. Okay, move into your own power and walk without fear. All are children of God, and whilst walking on the path of light, you draw pure light around yourself. In situations where you feel extra protection is required, the following methods may be used. Call forth the golden ray of Christ 3 times. You can access this directly, or you can ask your I Am presence to bring forth this ray for you. Example, in the name of God, I call forth my mighty I Am presence to access the golden ray of Christ for my total protection. Repeat this twice more, then say, so be it, it is done, to bring it into the now. The color gold, the 10th ray, is a wonderful protective shield. Everyone, this is number 2, everyone is capable of reaching their I Am presence by quieting the mind and calling, as in number 1, so in the name of God. Being more connected to your I Am permits easier access to the higher realms. You can always call on the ascended masters and cosmic beings. either individually or as a group, for assistance. When requesting assistance from the higher realms, keep in mind that you are a master who would not feel the need to beg or plead for assistance, feeling it was perhaps more natural to simply ask with authority. If you think about it, someone in a pleading or begging frame of mind is not being very causative in their life, and it's not being rewarded for being in the present. If you feel like this, if you're begging and pleading, you're not in the now, you're not in your highest excitement. You're needing something else to be in your highest excitement. You're thinking some other thing that you're begging for will complete you, but you complete you. Okay, number 3. The sign of the cross, the name of Jesus and God, or any long-established name that symbolizes God. So whatever symbolizes God to you, or divine creation, carries great protective power. So really, when you're summoning God, and when you're saying in the name of God, you're God. You are God, but you're bringing forth that energy, that purity, that knowing. Like when you sit on a chair and you know the chair is going to catch you, you know that God will hear you. And whatever God is to you, you tap into that God source energy in yourself with like that silver thread that I know God is within. And when you call on the word in the name of God, that's your God. You're the golden ray, the perfection, the 0 point energy, the divine energy. It's not one particular God or something that you worship. It's you can feel the energy of it. In the name of God. In the name of God. So you feel that. And that's a pure energy. You bring that energy forth. Sign of the cross, the name of Jesus and God, or any longer established name that symbolizes God or divine creation. And the reason it's long established because that's the energy, that's the knowing. You can visualize crosses all around you. Okay. It's this word spelled K-O-D-O-I-S-H. Kodesh is a powerful ancient protection prayer meaning holy, holy, holy. Not as in holy jeans, but as in H-O-L-Y. Holy, 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 holy. In the name of God, holy, holy, holy. I cannot say whatever that Kodesh was. Oh, I did say it. I digress. I'm back. Ready? Number 5. Flood yourself and your entire auric field with light. Intuitively gauge how far out this field extends. You can visualize gold and white light passing through you. Number 6. You can request assistance from your angel guides. By divine decree, in the name of God, I hereby empower my angelic guides to bring me total protection. Repeat 3 times. Number 7. Use the right to challenge and use it in a powerful way with the authority vested in you as a master. Number 8. Break any agreements you may have had or made, either recently or in the past, with the entity or situation you are encountering. Under universal law, in the name of God, and under the law of grace, I hereby break any agreements I may have made with you, with any entity, that is negative and detrimental to myself and my service to God. And repeat that 3 times. And you do that with, if you've read Andrew something with a B, the sovereignty stuff of like, I say no to this, I say no to that. You're breaking contracts and karmic imprints. Like with the first Cryon book, I got rid of imprints, get rid of karmic attributes. And under the divine law of grace, meaning that's also calling in good energy, let's say, for things that you may not be able to see. That you're not like creating, cause and effect. We'll get into more of that later. Number 9, call in the Archangel Michael of the Blue Ray, divine will of God, to use the flaming sword Excalibur to sever the connection between you and that which is disturbing your peace and hindering your service to God. Again, requirements of asking 3 times. In the name of God, I call forth Archangel Michael of the blue ray, divine will of God, Using the flame of Excalibur, I cut all of these cords between me and anything that's no longer healthy for me, or fun, or true, or excitement, or anything that keeps me out of this now moment. Okay, number 10, I am sealed forever in the peace, protection, security, love, wisdom, power, supply, and freedom of the light of God that never fails. And you are God, and your light never fails. Number 11, I am that I am. I am the presence that nothing ever opposes. And you say that 3 times. Number 12, visualize the Archangel Michael surrounding you in the blue ray of the divine will of God. Repeat the following affirmation as a master, using the power bestowed of God. Lord Michael to the left, Lord Michael to the right, Lord Michael above me and Lord Michael below me, Lord Michael beside me wherever I go. Number 13, place yourself inside a circle within a circle. Don't you just love that song? Yes, it's a witchy song, and yes, I'm a witch. Place yourself inside a circle of cleansed crystals. Choose intuitively. Interspersed with about 4 white candles. Wear white clothing and sit on white material. Number 14, the infinity symbol, the horizontal 8, has an incredible power. Use it to seal forever any action you undertake. I love that symbol, and I use that for my I do that infinity symbol, and then I go New Earth Ministry. The ministry of one. This is about you being the best version of you. And guess what the best version of you is? The true version. The I am. The you that's honest with who you really are, and don't pretend you're something else to yourself or anyone else, because that just keeps you just suffocated all the time and unhappy and miserable and all those other low frequency emotions. Okay, the infinity symbol, very powerful. Use it to seal forever an action you undertake. You can visualize it also in gold. Use it intuitively to ensure its correct use. Only ever use it in divine service and with unconditional love. Most symbols have their own inherent power. You can always use intuitively any symbols you feel an affinity with, and avoid those that do not give you a loving feeling when seeing them. The Egyptian ankh and the swastika are said to be possible deviations of the cross and circle. Remember, the equal cross was in use long before the crucified cross. Some of the Egyptian symbols have a dark energy history. Number 15. To ensure protection, generally, the best way is to raise your own vibration to a level that will not permit lower level interference. To achieve this, you need to ensure that you have higher frequency energy in your space. The following will help attain this. Wearing white or a clear pastel clothing. Playing peaceful high vibrational music, burning white candles, using essence and essential oils, quiet time, soaks in bubble baths. It's all intentional, whatever you intend. And there's a whole bunch of that light, fluffy stuff. Whatever is your happy place, just go there. Okay, avoid heavy, dense locations, old furniture. Just avoid things you don't prefer. Don't force yourself to do things you don't want. Don't force yourself to have furniture you don't want. Trust yourself. Okay, number 16. If you are ever in real difficulty, no matter how great distress, you can use the Om. 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 The power of the sacred universal sound of God that holds the universe in balance and harmony will also bring you back to a state of peace and balance. Let go and let spirit direct it into its correct frequency and power for as long as it is needed. Even if you felt you were going insane, in the middle of a psychotic breakdown, or nearly dead from a spiritual exhaustion, this sound will pull you out. Oh my God. Thank God for that. Om. Blah, blah, blah. I love toning. I love the way toning feels. I don't often tone Om. I tone whatever comes to me. Om. and so it is done. Okay, you may have heard of a group referred to as the Greys. This is a group of beings called the Zeta, Z-E-T-A, R-E-T-I-C-U-L-I, the Zeta Reticuli, who are grayish in appearance. Let's just start about that the next time. We'll talk about the Greys another time. Have a beautiful day. Goddess bless you. I love you. We'll talk to you soon. Be true to yourself, no matter what.